Hi, I'm Jason Gorber for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at Hugh Masekela's Hope.
Shelf.
So, mea culpa on this one. It's not, I guess mea culpa, is it my fault? Let's say it's my fault. I've actually recorded this video once before, and the focus was a disaster. So, I've had to re-record this. So, it's actually been open, but I haven't actually listened to it. But the point of the matter is that I actually did want to highlight this box set now that it is in stock again in limited numbers. This is one that I had my eyes on for many, many years. It's The Hope Show, Hugh Masekela. Again, in terms of disclosure, I'd never heard of Hugh Masekela before diving in post-Graceland. And for anything you want to be cynical about what Paul Simon did with the Graceland Project, he allowed me to use that as a touchstone, as a foundational way to go back and look at some of the giants of South African music. Masekela is such an incredible ambassador to his country, the most eloquent of spokespeople, both musically and as an individual. And between Miriam Makeba and him, they really became, in many ways, the true voice of the South African diaspora that got to be highlighted by the incredible success in the mid-'80s and the focus that the world brought about the disaster that was South African apartheid through the beautiful, beautiful music of people like Hugh Masekela. Now, this show has been put together. It is, anybody who's ever been to an audio show knows this gets played all the time. But what's pretty cool about these type of box is, like another amazing person of African descent who was such an eloquent political speaker, Harry Belafonte, his Live at Carnegie set. This is one of those 45 RPM sets. It's not a UHQR. But what it does is that in this 45 RPM set, first of all, it gets to be on straight 45, but actually includes elements not on the original record. It's basically the full show. So you get this sort of straight up box. It's not one of the wood dowel boxes. And inside the regular thing, you get ye old Acoustic Sounds Fall 2022 catalog. I now have a bazillion of these. And then you get two DJ sleeves and a regular out of sleeve, and a sort of, on relatively loose paper, a sort of breakdown interview about putting the record together, and David Hewitt and his contribution to actually mixing the thing and dealing with the recording of the show, the recording at the live event, etc. One thing I love, and this has been said many times before, when Analog Productions actually releases this stuff, they do give you a real honest-to-God sleeve. If all I wanted to do was put this on my shelf without the box, I could absolutely do it. It is not numbered in terms of the box, but nonetheless, it is really nice replication of this. And you can see side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all on there. And where are the other records? Well, the other records are in, again, these DJ sleeves. You can see that, just regular black sleeves, and only one of them actually has the title sort of written on it. The records themselves seem to be very clean and good shape. I did run them through the degritter. I put them on just for a second, and the sound is fantastic right from the beginning. But if you look at it, they're all sort of done this way, yellow on one side, green on the other. There's some marking sort of baked into it, but it is nothing too egregious, not anywhere near as rough as some of the other records that I've been able to handle, but everything looks pretty superficial at best. They showed up in the QRP or RTI vinyl sleeves. These have been replaced, of course, with the 3mm ones that I prefer. But yeah, this is a remarkable, remarkable record. Obviously, it's going to have Grace in the Grass, the most famous of his songs. But there's stuff on here that I'm just looking forward to digging into. And this is one of those things that it's not a record I know super well. It's not one I've listened to often. So then you're like, why would you spend so much bloody money on a box set that actually showcases this? Because I think this is a record I need to start loving. I think this is a record that, like I do when I buy Criterion discs, it's just one of the great recordings and of an artist that I truly wish to get to know more. And I believe that this record is a way for me to actually accomplish that. And the fact that I have such an extensive if not definitive version of this particular era of his playing, is for me reason enough to actually give it a shot. It was a very quick look, but nonetheless a celebration of all things Hugh Masekela. Here's a look at Hope. I would, if you were interested in picking this up, I would do so while you can. For a while, when it was out of print, it was a fortune. I'm particularly happy that it actually came back in stock and allowed me to get it for just a small amount of money instead of the crazy amount that it was actually going for on Discogs in the height of our plague. Yeah, that's our look at Hugh Masekela's Hope. Please let us know in the comments what you think of this particular release. Follow us on social media. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Go to thatshelf.com, and we will see you next video. All the best. Take care.